Oh, right, a bit more of a relaxed video today because it's time to spill the beans and tell all. That's right, 1 second. Not sponsored, by the way. There we go, not sponsored. You remember on the BBC when they used to tape over, if you were in England, they'd put tape over the actual name of something, wouldn't they? And you'd be like, you can see what it is, you could tell what it is, but they put the tape over it. It's ridiculous, wasn't it? Anyway, I don't know where we're going with that, because we've got questions and answers again, because I did this questions and answers. I asked you, the viewers, to ask me some questions. Now, I've done one of these before and it went down really well and people enjoyed it. So I said, oh, I'll ask some more questions. So I did another one and I haven't actually had time to answer them. So I'm going to go through some now. So press pause if you want. Go and make yourself a cup of tea, slap the kettle on, or go and pour yourself a, I don't know, glass of wine or whatever you want to drink or whatever. And we'll go through and I'll answer some of the questions. There are 196 questions here. I'll try and answer every one of them. Some of them, like the first one, just says Happy New Year to Lee, to you and your family, and also Jeff, and that's from Sunshine 3049. So I'll try and get the New Year one. It's gone, hasn't it? The New Year's gone, but thank you very much. So we've got David, TT2MT. Started following your channel late summer 22 when I was recovering from open heart surgery last November 22, and you brought some sought after fun in the rather lengthy recuperation. I hope you're doing well now, by the way. Your food vlogs are what I majored on, but I thought your walk around the Lake District town reminiscing about your mum was charming. It struck me then that you could be the modern day Cliff Mitchellmore. Cliff Mitchellmore. I'd have to Google who Cliff Mitchellmore is. Who is Cliff Mitchellmore? Pop it in the comments section rather than me trying to Google it now. Other search engines are available, but as a YouTuber, I'm probably supposed to say Google's the best. Anyway, we're digressing again, aren't we? Going around British towns and highlighting the incredible wide range of architecture and interviewing the local people. Your photographic video production work is excellent and always enjoyable to watch. Just be careful with the fried food. Fish and chips can't be too good for the arteries. Happy and healthy New Yearly. P.S. Your recent hookup with Jeff Buys Cars is a great addition. That's a good idea, and there will be lots more content coming from the Lake District, quite a lot of content coming from the Lake District later on this year. However, before that, got some exciting news. We're going further afield. Stay tuned for that one. Jeff seems to have woken you up. This is from Gizmo8247. Jeff seems to have woken you up. He's talking about Jeff Buys Cars. Jeff seems to have woken you up to a lot of things going on in the real world. It's been great to see, but would you rather not know? Both you and Jeff are great, by the way, top entertainment. I would rather know. I think there's a lot going on in the world that we're not party to, and we're just told what they want us to hear, to be honest, and that's what I think. So I won't go too much into it on this video, but as I said on the video yesterday, the media control the world, basically, don't they? Because whoever, like Jim Morrison used to say, he famously said, whoever controls the media controls the mind. So I would rather know. Anyway, we're getting too in depth. So Michael Curtis, 17. What do you enjoy most about filming your videos, and how did you gain so much confidence to talk into camera in public? Take care, my Benidorm friend. What I enjoy most about filming my videos? I enjoy the creativity. I love the creativity of filming videos, and that's what I started out as when I was a young lad with my dad's video camera and also cine camera. I enjoy the creative part of it. And where did I gain so much confidence to talk into camera in public? If you look back at my first video, my very first video, if you view by date on these videos, you'll see I was not confident at all. I wasn't the MacMaster of today where I was all sprightly and jumping around, etc. It just takes time, and it's just experience, and keep doing it over and over again. And if you do something over and over again, you get used to it and you start changing things along the way. So if you do want to start a YouTube channel, just go for it. That's what I say. Go for it, do your best, and keep at it. We've got Michael Curtis. Michael, did I meet you? I met you. Is that the Michael? I can't see your profile picture. Did I meet you? The Michael Curtis that I'm messing Benidorm. What do you enjoy filming? About filming your videos, and how did you get? I know we've got that one already. Oh, no, sorry, I've done that one. There we go. That was Michael Curtis. Right. Yes, it is Michael then, who I met in Benidorm. Right. Okay. There we go. Told you it's a bit more relaxed. I would have edited this out, but I'm not going to do. We're just going for it. We've got AJR. Hi Lee. Hope you are well and had a great festive season with your family. Not a question per se. Not a question per se. That reminds me of Ricky Gervais in The Office per se. I like that. I want to thank you for your video regarding the ongoing toxicity that surrounds Tenerife vloggers. I said to my other half whilst watching your most recent videos in Tenerife that it seemed like a long goodbye, and I felt you had reached the end of that phase. You could also sense it in the finished productions. It's a long, wow, that's a long one. You're a credit to vloggers as a whole. All the best, Alex. Yes, do you know what? The Tenerife sort of like era for me has finished 100%. It wasn't really to do with the videos that came out about toxicity in Tenerife, etc. It was more so that how many times can you walk up and down the same place in Tenerife and go to the same bars, the same restaurants, and you've just watched the old videos. So for me, it seems to be the end of a chapter for me, and I will not be filming there again, and I will stand by that. And I know people say never, but that's the end of it for me. So then we've got Gary Cauldron. Has the channel achieved all you wanted it to? If not, what else do you think it needs, and how do you decide what content to include? Is it for the views, or do you focus on what you might think you want people to see? Very good question. If I said it wasn't for the views, then I'd be lying, but it isn't just about the views. I think every YouTuber, of course they want views, otherwise what's the point in making it? And for me, it's about creativity, because my background is a graphic designer, as a lot of people will know. But if nobody sees that creativity and nobody sees what you've actually made, then is there any point in making it? So I like to share my creativity with people. How do I decide what content to include? Do you know what? I fly by the seat of my pants, really. I don't really have any kind of plan or structure. And my mate Dave JB said, you need a plan, you need a structure. It's not me. It just isn't me. And it isn't really of a creative type. I get up in the morning and I think of something and I do it. I do actually have a list of places to film that you, the viewers, have actually recommended to me, and I've got that in my notes, and it's quite long, and quite a few of them I've actually gone to. So sometimes I'll look through, I'll scroll through on a Sunday evening or a Monday on an evening and look and go, I'll go there. Has it achieved what I wanted it to? That's a good question. Yeah, it can't. It's not. It's not. There's when is enough? When is there enough subscribers? When is there enough people watching you? When is there enough views? I think it's achieved what I wanted it to do, because it pays me a livable wage. But at the moment, contrary to what a lot of people think, and it's not a real job, they keep saying, it takes 7 days a week and 17 hours of my time editing all the time, and I literally have to try and squeeze some time in to see my family. So like on a Tuesday, Wednesday and a Thursday, I'll work even later throughout the night to try and get the videos done for the weekend so I can take the weekend off, but then I'm still answering comments and liking and hearting over the weekend. So Sarah always says to me, can you not just give us some attention? However, at the end of this year, that will change. I've said that before. I do daily videos at the moment and daily vlogs, but next year I'm going to have a structure where it's Monday, Wednesday and Friday, something like that, and upload on them days, and that's what it'll be. So next year I shall be changing the structure of the channel, etc. I need to skip through these a little bit. And also my private pension comes up at the end of the year, so I'm going to try and just relax a little bit and spend time with my family. Of my lad's 4 today, actually. Well, you're watching this. It's my lad James's birthday. He's 4-year-old. So there you go. If you want to wish James a happy birthday, pop it in the comment section down below, and I'll show him. We've got Dan Cooper. What challenges have you planned with Jeff, aka the Wally in the Hat, for New Year? We haven't planned anything at the moment, other than actually that's a lie. We've kind of, well, we've not planned it in stone. We've actually said what we're going to do is we're going to do Route 66. I'm going to do it in an electric car. It will have to be a Tesla because of the network. He's going to try and buy a car for the same price second hand as I've rented a Tesla, and we're going to go across the US. I don't know whether they'll be able to do it on Route 66 because some of it doesn't exist, but across east to west anyway. So that's what we've planned on one of those. And also down to drive down to Benidorm as well, and he'll be going in a diesel, I'll be in my EV. We've got Paula SAJAD 549. Thoroughly enjoy all yours and Jeff buys cars challenges, food reviews, etc. Look forward to the 2024 ones. Loved the idea where you had to switch cars, or possibly a budget to buy an old car each other and race them in silly challenges. Have a wonderful new year. My question is in reality, where was the worst food you had? Where was the worst food you had, be it curry breakfast or fish and chips? Good question. Where was the worst food? Well, the worst fish and chips were in New York. It wasn't a Salt and Battery, by the way. I can't remember the other one. They were came in waffle fries. It was terrible. The Salt and Battery was great the first time I went, but not so much the second. I'd like to go back to them again because it was just after the pandemic and things weren't really back up to scratch. Where was the worst? Other than that, where was the worst curry? Can't think of the worst curry really. I think the worst fish and chips though was that in New York. How's your health these days? Have you got over the challenges of last year? My health is excellent now. Put a little bit more weight on. Feeling good. Cut down on the drink a lot. Hence, I'm drinking Pepsi Max, which I know some of you is going to say is not great for you, but it's better than lots of sugar. Scott Arpley, have you ever considered doing the Greek islands? It's about the same flying time as it would be to Tenerife. Yes, in summer though. I have got a massive trip coming up, so keep an eye out for that. I keep saying that, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. However, do have a sponsor now, and I wasn't going to take sponsors on, but I did one last month and they've come back to me and said we'll do 3 more, and I thought great, because I use them, they're fantastic, and it'll help me with this trip that I'm doing. So that's coming up. Keep an eye on that. It's actually happening. What else have we got here? We've got would you and your daughter Paige ever do a food travel series together? Would love to do a food travel series with my daughter, but she's got 2 children and it's very difficult for her. She did bribe me into giving her my phone to make more videos, and she's not done yet, but she's been very busy with her children and a baby as well. What else have we got here? I'm not going to skip this one. It says, will you ever go for a beer or a curry with Darren John? Used to film with him a while ago. No, I think sometimes in this life, Jeff Carter told me this, we get on a train, some of us stay on the train and some of us get off, and it's like old school friends, I guess. You don't really see a lot of your old school friends. By the way, I have one of my old school friends who does watch, which is Richard Brown. Brownie, how you doing? If he's watching, which I'm sure he is. I won't, but I wish him all the best. Will you be travelling? This is Aaron Dom couple. Will you be travelling by air fairly often? I've always wondered why you seem to opt for meal deals other than expensive airport food rather than use various airport lounges. Looking forward to visiting different places. Well, I've just been away actually to New York, and I did go in one of the airport lounges, which was great. So I will be trying a lot more of the airport lounges. Why do I go for meal deals? Because I'm from Mansfield and I'm a bit of a tight get. So that's probably why I go for the meal deals. But saying that, it worked out better going in the lounges. Right, we've got James Middleton. Hi Lee, I've been following you for a while now, never missed a video you've done. My question is, where's the best place you've ever had fish and chips from, and was it the best in the world? Easy one this. There's two. One was Toll Bar Chippy in Chapel Henry Frith. The pièce de la résistance, I will say, the ultimate fish and chip shop for me is Murgatroyd's in Leeds. It's fantastic. Get yourself there. Go for it. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Beanie Bob. Hi Lee, another island other than Tenerife is very nearby. It's the Isle of Man. Have you ever considered going there? I have. In my electric car actually. There is a lot of motoring history on the island to see and explore, plus fish and chip shops. If you go end of May, early June, they make a section of the road one way for the TT motorcycle races on public roads. Perhaps you can make a leisurely drive over the mountain. You can get from the ferry from Heysham or Liverpool. Probably go from Heysham, which is near Morecambe, isn't it? By the way, the national speed limit is unlimited. I did not know that. Now that is interesting. Yes, I will be going there then. We can open up the old milk float. Hi Lee, this is Day Tripper Adventures. How do you come up with so many good video ideas when you have the added pressure of daily uploads? Just hard work really, and my brain's always in gear and I'm always working, I'm always looking for things to do. But I have a lot of suggestions from my viewers as well, so you the viewers help me. So if you do have any suggestions, pop it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my very best to try and get to them eventually. James Rogers, let's have a look at this one. I'm just going to take a little sip because my mouth's getting a bit dry. And I'm not editing, this is just getting as it is. Assuming everything is fully stocked, what is your ideal meal deal choice combination for a flight? That is a good question. I go for two actually. Bit boring, I know. Chicken and sweet corn. Chicken mayo and sweet corn. Or I like tuna and mayo. And I also like, but probably not for a plane, I like the breakfast ones that you get. Because you get the breakfast triple, you get three in there, don't you? Three sort of like halves or whatever. So I like them. We've got next we've got David O'Hara. Hi Lee, I'm from the Republic of Ireland and I love your videos. My question is, are you coming back to Ireland this year to do more videos? I would like to meet you if you were. Yes, I am coming back to Ireland this year with the MacMaster from Tenerife, Daniel. He's going to come over here and we're going to drive my EV over to Ireland. So keep an eye out for that one, and I'd love to meet up. SB-II8TQ. I don't know what is the names come up with these. Odd. Would you ever do an American road trip food vlog series? Yes, 100%. I've just come back from New York. I will be going back and I will be doing more road trips this summer, spring kind of summer, but it's really cold at the moment on the East Coast and I want it to be nice along the way. My dream, the bucket list, and I have to do it before I leave this planet, would be to do Route 66. Not really in an electric car because I don't want to be faffing around. I'd love to do it in an open top classic Ford Mustang. That for me it'd tick all the boxes really for me, that's yeah, I want to do that. That's always been it, and do food along the way, etc. Will you be doing more vlogs about family businesses? This is from Annette Crook. Also, I really enjoyed it when you went to the Great British Car Journey. Have you any plans to review more places which include an attraction and food? Cannon Hall Farm would be great, especially if you bump into Rob and Dave. I've done Cannon Hall Farm actually. I did the breakfast. Have a look at back at that one. But yeah, love to do more vlogs for family businesses. I believe that we should support our family businesses where we can, and I know you can't. You always get somebody trying to correct me in the comments section and pick me up on it if I've gone to a Costa Coffee or a Starbucks or whatever. We all go, or most of us go. It's just convenience, isn't it? But yeah, I would love to do more family businesses because I believe you get more out of it because they put more into it with it being their own business. So there we go. When I'm in Pudsey, I go to Bean and Gone, it's called, which is a coffee shop. If you're in Pudsey, by the way, go to Bean and Gone. Don't go to Costa, go there. It's great, family business. Vibrations of Healing Love. Okay, Happy New Year, Lee and family to Jeff. Happy New Year. What are we on now? It'll be the 23rd when this comes out. Okay, Happy New Year. But when you stop saying Happy New Year after a while, don't you? But I hope you have a great 2024. How on earth do you tolerate Dr. Morag and the idiots who constantly denigrate you? You're a truly humble, down-to-earth, decent guy. I enjoy your content immensely, Lee. Keep up being amazing. And I was recently reflecting on a health scare you had and put it down to two things. Getting the state, I'm not going to go into that. Okay, it's a little bit controversial for me. And my name is Iofi, pronounced so like beef. And well, anyway, thank you very much. How do I deal with people like Morag? They're commenting, they're watching the videos. You know, I don't mind, and any negativity that comes in as well, and all the keyboard warriors, they watch the videos. So, you know, and they tend to scrutinize the videos more than the people who like the channel do. The subscribers, they really scrutinize it. So for me, excellent. Let them get on with it. Elmo Swansea. I asked this on Jeff's site, so I'll ask you too. What's the best comic names that you've come across for you and Jeff? Oh, blimey. I think the Prat in the Hat for Jeff. And for me, well, it's a family channel. So the MacMaster, and then you can work out the rest. That's probably the best one that I like for me. Which of the YouTubers do you like? Jane Freeman says. Do you like to watch when you have some spare time? I like to watch, my favourite YouTuber of all time, if you watch the channel you'll know, is Casey Neistat. I think he's just great, and he inspired me to do this channel. Who else do I like to watch? Beard Meets Food. Love watching Beard Meets Food. I don't know why. When I do the thumbnails for the videos, I've got him on my iPad and I watch Beard Meets Food. He's great. Who else do I watch? You know, Marcus Brownlee. I watch Marcus Brownlee. I try and watch as well. I watch some of Jeff Buys Cars. I've just watched one of his actually before I was doing this. Trying to think who else. I don't get a lot of time really. I watch Peter McKinnon, who I like, Canadian YouTuber, and a couple of others. But really, Beard Meets Food is quite high on the list. What else have we got here? We've got Captain Nut. Are you a fan of Formula 1 and or racing in general? If so, are your favourite teams and or drivers with the respective series? I used to be years ago, you know, not so much recently. I think things have changed. I think I found it more interesting in the older days. My dad was a massive fan of racing drivers. Fangio was his favourite driver, my dad's racing driver. In fact, that was his nickname because he was a police patrol car driver and was really good at driving, etc. My favourite of all time was James Hunt. It was just I don't know, more exciting back in the day, wasn't it? I know they were doing stuff that they shouldn't do. You know, they were off out drinking the night before till 5 in the morning, etc., and womanizing or whatever, and going on private jets, and it all seemed a bit more exciting back in the day, didn't it? Hi Lee, this is from Craig H. Stick with me because I know we've gone 24 minutes so far, or around about that. Craig 6775. Are you worried about swapping your car due to the depreciation and what it may cost you? I've just done a video yesterday. I can't swap my car. It's depreciated that much. Coast to Coast 23. Will you be visiting more of Scotland and maybe a road trip to Scottish Islands? Would be good. Although good luck finding a charging point. I love Scotland. I adore Scotland, to be honest. And later on this year, I'll be closer to Scotland, so hopefully, yes. This office, by the way, is being moved at the moment, so we're doing up a new office, so we should be moving. I would have thought about March, April time, so it's coming along nicely. Steve Brown, how about a driving challenge? EV versus ICE to Le Mans 24-hour race and back. Obviously, you'd have to camp to get the full experience, or you'd have to travel in a VW EV camper. I'd love to do that, actually, but I think they're classed as HV or heavy goods HGV. But I'd love to do that. It's just having the time to do everything. When are you planning to get rid of the milk float? Dolph 681 says not anytime soon, because I can't afford to. User CN4OE6. Why does it come up with that? Why don't I see you driving when you're overseas? It's a great experience and takes you off the beaten track. I do drive overseas. When I went to Gran Canaria, I drove. I used to drive a lot in America. But it's a good point. I should do more, and I will be doing when I do the cross country in the States, etc. Geordie Ian, as you're not going to Tenerife vlogging, are you going to try the countries? I recommend Turkey. Yes, I will be going to other countries, and I'm going to one very shortly, so keep an eye out for that one. It's quite a long way away. What do you do with all the e-bikes you test? This is from Eric G65. Do the manufacturers expect them back? No, they don't. They let me keep them to review them. A couple of them I've given to a family member who has a charity. Three of them I've sold. Two of them I've given away to a family member who's got a charity. And there's about 4, I think, in my garage, in my house in the countryside, that is being done at the moment. So they're there. Hopefully they're still there, because they've not been up for a while. And what have we got here? Lester loves watchers. Lester as in Lester. Have you considered putting out a record along the lines of John Shuttleworth's Austin Ambassador wire edge? It could be my Porsche Taycan 12 reg. It's the car that I detest. I haven't actually. Maybe I shouldn't. It might be able to buy me out of the lease or the finance deal that I've got on it. Keep calling it lease, but it's a finance deal. Have you ever met, this is from Cat Gregory, Random and Desperate? Will you be doing a video with them in the future? I don't know who Random and Desperate is, so I haven't. But I do like doing collabs with other YouTubers. Charlie B3723, will you ever do a how much YouTube pays me video, or how much I earn off YouTube? I personally find these videos interesting and motivational. I did think of that, but you can find certain information out about me on YouTube. It is on what I get paid on YouTube, but it is wrong. I've done that myself, and I just think it's not something that I personally don't think. You tell me what you think in the comment section. I don't think it's personally something that you should be sharing. It's like somebody asked me how much I got paid, and I said, how much do you get paid? Because it can be motivational, but it can also be unmotivational for people, and also a bit rude, because I could say, oh, well, I earned this much off of that video, and some people could find it offensive. I don't really find it a bit, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I personally don't think that I should be doing that, because it could go the opposite way, and it's like rubbing people's faces in it. But because from the outside you might think, oh, he's just done a video and he's got paid X amount for that, that's easy. But in actual fact it's not, because it took me time to do it, edit it, upload it, film it, all the equipment that I have to do it with. So I haven't, no. I don't think. I would like you answer me this in the comment section down below. Is that something that you think you would find motivational, or would you find it a little bit, trying to think of the word that my mum would have used. I can't think of the word, but demotivational, a little bit crass is the wrong word, isn't it? I don't know what it is. What's the word I'm looking for? But I don't know. I don't think it's right. Can you give us a peek in Mallorca Under the Sun? Can you give us a peek in your camera bag? What do you film with? What mics do you use? Do you use a gimbal? And what do you use to edit with? I use an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is what's filming me now. I use an iPhone 15 Pro and an iPhone 14 Pro in my bag. I also have, it says in the description actually of the channel, I've got a GH5 Lumix and also Sony, but I never use them. I use iPhones. And I use a Shure MV8T8 Pro microphone kit. I like using iPhones. We've got here mutt nuts. Have you and Darren John fell out, or do you just do your own thing at the moment? Not fell out. I just parted company with him. It was my decision, and I wish him all the best. As I say, somebody asked that earlier on. In the questions, and I will answer this. Some people get on a train, some people get off. You meet some people in life, you don't always stick with them. So there you go. No, I won't be doing any more videos with him, but I do wish him all the best. Don't wish anybody any harm. So there we go. What would be your ultimate purchase, like the dream car to own for you, Captain Nutnut? 911. Definitely a Porsche 911. But I can't be thinking about that right now because I'm stuck with a milk float. Have you had any memorable encounters with celebrities? The real Rem. Yes, I have. I used to live in Hoboken, New Jersey for 12 years, and I bumped into who was the guy? Danny Aiello, who owned at the time a place called Tudor Pasta, and he was in there all the time. I met him, and I had a couple of drinks with him and spoke to him. But I walked past on Washington Street, and he was outside having a meal with what's his name? I'm trying to think of the actor. Do you know what? I think he was in Goodfellas. I'm sure he was in Goodfellas. Let me just Google this. I've got to tell you who it was. Bear with me. No, I can't think who it was. No. Oh, it'll come to me. He was. No. Oh, he even did a. Bear with me, I'm not going to edit this out. He did a Dunkin' Donuts commercial as well. A Dunkin'. Oh, I've got to Google this. I can never remember his name. What's his name? It was Donuts actor. It was. I can't remember who it was. Do you know what? You'll have to tell me in the comment section down below. He always played a gangster. He was with him anyway, so there we go. It took me ages for that one. I still didn't get the actor's name. Can't remember his name. That's gonna bug me now. That is. Don't get it. Tell me in the comment section down below. What have we got here? Let's go through a few more. We'll go Stephen Martin Jones 4345. It's time to ask for the real Night Strider story. Sorry mate, you asked for it. The real Night Strider story. Andrew the Night Strider, who is a vlogger over in Tenerife. He went his own way. I guess he just wanted to be on his own really and do his own thing, and he wanted the island to himself, and good luck to him. I'm fully I support him fully. I think he's great, and he is the #1 YouTuber on Tenerife, and he lives there, so that was always my intention anyway, to let him get on and do the stuff, because I didn't want to be stuck on Tenerife just doing that. That isn't what I started the channel for. What's bugging me is that actor. I want to know who that actor was. Right, moving swiftly on. Here we go. We've got Linda Volk. What made you buy an EV in the first place? Is it possible to at least come out even if you decide to sell? I can't sell the car because of the amount of money that I've lost on it. Benjamin Smith, what are your plans for Australia? Where are you going and what are you planning to see? I went to Cairns in 2000 and would love to go back. Maybe one of your vids could take me there without doing the flight myself. Make sure you're prepared for the long haul flight and the jet lag. I suffered mainly coming back though. Ben in Tenerife. I don't want to say too much about this. Keep watching very soon. Just keep watching in the next week or so, because some big news. But I'm going to have to do it in segments. We've got what else we've got here? Which friends on your videos did you know before you started YouTube? Which friends have you met while doing YouTube? Who is no longer a friend in the sense of you would never make a vlog with? What's your biggest regret since making videos? Oh dear. I knew Martin, I knew Damien before I made the videos. I met Ange because she lives across the road from my mum. Which friends have you met while doing the YouTube? Blimey, I've done. I know Daniel, the MacMaster, Tim living with MS in Tenerife. There's quite a lot really. Who is no longer a friend in the sense of you never make a vlog with. I've just said I won't make any more videos with Darren John, but you know, as I wish him no harm. I doubt I'll be making any more videos with the Night Strider, but you know, if he asked me, I'd probably go over, but I will not film myself on Tenerife. I'd probably do something with him. You know, things are in the past now, and that's it. Why is your girlfriend never on your vlogs? This is a good question. This is Kim Nuttall. I would love to see or virtually meet her. She's been on 3 of my videos. If you look back at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, she's on that one. She's on the BBC Radio 2 video that I did with Kylie Minogue singing and Jason Donovan. And she's also on the Caribbean Carnival Festival in Leeds. She doesn't like social media. She likes her privacy. She didn't really want to be on them years ago, but when I only had a handful of subscribers, it didn't really bother her because she thought nobody's going to see it. And now there's thousands of people going to see it and she doesn't want to be recognised. And I don't put my children on the videos other than Paige when they're of an age, because I believe that they need to make their own mind up whether they want their faces on their videos or not. So I keep James off of them. Harriet now is of an age where she wants to be on it, but she's not old enough yet. When she gets to 17, 18, if she wants to be on them, then that's up to her. Okay. Let's go on here. Do you ever stop by in Arnold or Daybrook? If so, I'll keep a lookout as I live there. I lived in Arnold, or did I live in Daybrook? I lived at Morley Mills, which was an apartment that I had there, and lived there for 2 years and loved it. It was great. Excellent apartment block. Cole's Place. Hey, here we go. Ever thought about driving your motor further afield, a trip across Europe down to Benidorm? Yes, I have, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be driving down to Benidorm against a diesel car. So there you go, Cole's Place. Hope you're getting better, by the way. I'm going to keep going for now. I know we've been on for about 39 minutes, but we'll keep going, shall we? We'll keep going, because you can stick with me or fast forward or whatever. I should have done this live, really, shouldn't I? But there we go. I'm not too comfortable on lives, I have to say. Don't know why. I've done them before. They make me a little uneasy. Lee, would be great if we had you on an e-bike and Jeff on a 70s gas-powered moped. Now that would be worth watching. It would. Maybe I should do that actually. We should do it. But the moped would probably win again. Would you consider doing a vlog with Walk With Me Tim? I think Walk With Me Tim keeps himself to himself. He likes to do his own thing. He has been with Daniel the Crackmaster. I do like Walk With Me Tim. His videography skills are excellent. And I know he likes to do his own thing. And I know why, and I understand why. And I have a lot of respect for him. So I would, but I don't think he'd do it, and I respectfully understand that. I think he's really, really good. I do watch some of his videos actually. I forgot to mention that. So yes, he's excellent. Especially his videography. His videography, I have a lot of respect for. What else have we got here? So I'm missing some, sorry, because there's loads. What's the worst thing that you've eaten? The worst thing that I've eaten is a cockroach. Not on the channel, but when I went over to Thailand. Was it Thailand or was it Kuala Lumpur? One of the places with Sarah's uncle, and I ate a cockroach. It was a cockroach on a stick, and it was makes me feel a bit ill thinking about that one. Hailey, you gave up. This is Derek Thompson. You gave up a Boxer for a Taycan. What was the reason for this? Did you think at the time that electric cars were the future? How long did it take, in your opinion, to realise that it wasn't? I swapped it because I wanted 4 seats for the family, and it has got 4 seats. But then the charging infrastructure and the charging of it was a nightmare. So going anywhere further afield with my family in the car was a no-no. And my girlfriend Sarah just said she thinks it's garbage. She says, we're not going in that thing. So we go in Sarah's VW Golf diesel, where we can just get in, go to the place where we go in and come back rather than messing around. So at the time, did I think it was the future? I wasn't ever that sure, but I've always been into technology and wanted to be at the forefront of technology, and then found out really it's just a Philips Laserdisc, isn't it, or a Betamax or whatever. Not really Betamax, because Betamax were good. The Philips Laserdisc. Do you remember, this is the Wanderer Travel Vlogs. Hi, the Wanderer Travel Vlogs. Oh, I've actually seen a couple of your videos as well. Do you remember where you were when you decided to make the channel? Yeah, I was in my apartment in Hoboken. Were you inspired by a banging full breakfast or a beautiful location? I was inspired by Casey Neistat. You get a lot of comments in the comments section. I'll address this one, where people will say, oh, I prefer this channel to yours. I prefer that eating channel to yours. And somebody put, I prefer Gary Eats to yours. I watch Gary Eats, by the way. He's great. Check him out. I'm not, and I'll say this, I am not a food connoisseur. I'm not a food review channel. I don't profess to be a food review channel. I do know my fish and chips, though. I will say that. Nobody knows fish and chips better than me. It's a general entertainment channel, just to bring a little bit of a giggle, a bit of a smile into your life. And I try and do everything really, and all round just general entertainment. So the channel really, if I didn't do any more food videos, I wouldn't be overly bothered. Fish and chips though, might miss that. So I was inspired by Casey Neistat, sat in my apartment in Hoboken. What was I saying? I did fish and chips on the first one, but I don't know why. It was Martin who suggested it. What's planned for this year? Anything big? 11555LL. Yes, keep an eye out very soon. In fact, I've got to get something for it very shortly. Let's have a look across here. What's the best and worst thing about being a YouTuber? Best, and that's from the Tech Giant YouTube. Good question. You'd probably know as well. The best thing about YouTube, I'd say, I couldn't say the freedom to do what you want, because if you're daily uploading, it's a bit difficult. You don't have much of a life. The best thing is about meeting people along the way, like Tim from Living with MS in Tenerife, Daniel, the Crackmaster, etc. Jeff buys cars, Stephen, Walk on the Wild Side. I'm going to miss somebody here, and they're going to tell me I've missed somebody. Meeting people along the way. who either watch the channel or who have channels themselves and I do collabs with. The worst thing about being a YouTuber is not spending enough time with my family, and that will change at the end of this year, because this is the last year I will be doing daily vlogs. So next year there will be more of a structure and less videos, but you will still get videos. What's your favourite car from the 80s, 90s and noughties? My favourite car from the 80s, was it 8? I'm sure they were in the 80s. Ford Capri. Love the Ford Capri. Absolutely fantastic. That's it, really. I love it. I'd love to have one when I've got a garage actually now that can fit a few cars in. So yes, I might get one eventually, but not at the moment because I can't afford it. What else have we got here? What's your? I don't know what that means. An idea for you and Jeff. I'm just going to try and go through because I don't want to. There's so many. How will your family needs affect your next car choice? Bearing in mind the other half doesn't trust your milk float, tin can and Ty can't. Autobahn proven. Right. My next car choice will be a 911 when I can afford one. But first of all is to replace my girlfriend's car, which is a VW Golf, and I'm going to upgrade that once I've done my renovations of my house. I'm going to upgrade that to a T-Roc. She wants a VW T-Roc, so I'm going to get that, and then I'll sort my car out after that. I need to sort my girlfriend out first, because that's the car that we use all the time. If you could only watch once, this is a good one. This is a good one. Right. Stephen Nunden. If you could only watch one sitcom for the rest of your life, what would it be? I asked this as Only Fools and Horses would be my choice. I would say Only Fools and Horses, but I mean, I love Ricky Gervais, and I like when he was in Extras, but I think I'm gonna have to go. It's cliche, but I'm gonna have to go for Only Fools and Horses. It's great. There will never be another comedy sitcom like that, because you can't, with the woke era that we're in now, where it's too easy, people get so easily offended. You can't do anything like that now, so it's a shame, really. I'm glad I lived in the era that I grew up in. I'm talking about it if I'm at the end of my life, but I'm glad I grew up in the era that I grew up in. We've got, this is Susie Watts, have you got a manager now that you've hit it at 147,000 subscribers, or friends as you like to call it? I call them friends because a lot of YouTubers call them fans. I find it a bit embarrassing to call them fans or my fans. It seems a bit pretentious because I'm just a guy who makes videos running around with a phone on a stick. So yeah, that's why I call it friends. And do I have a manager? No, I don't. I do it all myself. Everything myself. Film, edit, upload, design the thumbnails, sing the theme tune, write the theme tune. Or will I wait till I get to 1 million subscribers? It might be a while till I get to 1 million subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and let's try and get it to 1 million. And then possibly, yeah, I would do. Out of all the places you have gone, what's been your favourite place you've visited? That's Alan Wallace. I mean, I can't really say visiting New York because I lived over the water from there, but it is my favourite place. Yeah, it's my favourite place. That would be my favourite place that New York. I just love New York, and I'd go back tomorrow in a heartbeat, but unfortunately, my family is in Leeds and they won't move with me, so I'm not moving anywhere without them. So that's that. And I think things move on anyway, don't they, and progress. If you had a chance, would you get rid of the Porsche right now? What would you replace it with? We've done that. That is at J_S 911. We've got what would be your next car for the Taycan? That's another one. That's from Shane Gamble 911. We're Gran Turismo 7 and the over 60s. Where's my pudding? Could you do blogs on various types of pudding? I could actually. I've not really got a sweet tooth, but I say that. Well, I've said it a few times in my videos. Where's my pudding? It's grandad off of bread, isn't it? Do you think Apple... This is a good one, actually. This is a good one. The Wrexham Reviewer. Do you think Apple has fallen behind on innovation in recent years? Yes, I do. It seems to be just slight modifications of the same phone, a little bit better camera, which they've already got anyway. They've probably got well, they will have the technology for the camera that's going to be the iPhone 24 or whatever. So yes, I do. They just brought this new headset thing out. I know. I reserve judgment on that till I've seen it. But yeah, definitely. Since Steve Jobs has gone, I just think, yeah, they have. And they've got rid of Johnny Ive, or he left anyway. But he was getting... Johnny Ive, I don't want to bore people with tech, but Johnny Ive was great. But he started making things so thin, it became... form over function. It was like they took away all the ports to make it look thinner, but then it yeah, so yeah, they have anyway. Oh dear. Will you be buying a track day car? Keep up the great content. That's Greg Ramsey. Yes, I will. It's going to be a Mini. I'm going to buy myself a little Mini and do a track day car on that one. Sorry if I'm missing some of them, but there's that many ones. Taylor 40667. Any Lake District videos planned? Popular walks, best pie pubs. Lots more Lake District videos planned. There'll be a heck of a lot of Lake District ones planned, so that's coming up soon later in the year. How do you fill your car? If you fill your car up with people, this is B4TM4 and Rubin, and luggage, how much does the range go down? I haven't really tried it because nobody wants to go in my car. It would decrease, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Have the peer review. This is Sisyphus Apprentice. Have the peer review yourself along with Jeff buys cars. Jeff buys an awful lot of cars. Ever considered doing something along the lines of the best car currently on the UK market for less than £1,000? We have actually. We were going to do a video of buying a car for less than £1,000. Mine was going to be a Mini. I've given the game away now. But yes, we were. And I think we will do as well. Colin Astleway. Sorry about this. It's very small writing. Is your EV trip down to Benidorm your farewell to Benidorm? I hope not. I'm sure Lucy will miss you if you did. I think you should film the walk up to the cross and then go see Ruby Rocks. I don't know what Ruby Rocks is. Is it going to be my last time to Benidorm? Probably. You know, there's only so many times you can go back to certain places and it becomes repetitive unless you've got sort of like a backdrop. Like I believe New York you could go to many times over. It's a huge city. And there's lots to do there, and it's like a movie set. But places like Benidorm and Tenerife, there's only so many times that you could actually go. Would it be my farewell? It wouldn't really be a farewell, I don't think. I'd probably go back eventually, but I plan to just do other things, which takes me on to Steve Parkinson. Any new destination plans out of your comfort zone? I keep saying yes. Keep an eye on the videos very soon. Something is... I don't know what that was. I thought something was flying at me, but it's the light. Keep an eye. I'm going out of my comfort zone in the very, very, very near future. So keep an eye out. I'm going to actually announce that. Oh dear. How long do you think JME 7379? I want to keep going for a bit. How long do you think you could last if you'd done one of those Mr. Beast locking challenges at 10,000 an hour? As you touched cloth last time you got locked in your Taycan on your drive. I'm pretty brave. That was a bit different. I mean, if it's all sort of like planned and safe, then I'd have a go at it. I mean, I've jumped off the mountain and done paragliding in Tenerife and stuff, and I'd give it a go. I'd last, I think. This is a good one. Matthew Vaughan, that's it. 6327. Did you ever want to follow your dad and join in the police force or service, as we have to call it now? Yes, I did. That's what I wanted to be when I left school. I wanted to be a police officer or a policeman. But my dad put me off because he said things have just changed. So yeah, I wanted to be a police officer, but I ended up being a graphic designer and then a guy who runs around with a phone on a stick, which I love, by the way, as I said. Oh, blimey, there's lots of questions here. I'm trying to do as many as I can. If you could invite... Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Right, this is a good one. Right, this is a good one. You'll like this one. Right, you ready? If you could invite 6 famous singers to your house, dead or alive, and cook for them, who would you invite? Well, if they were alive when I invited them, they'd be dead when I cooked for them, because I'm not a great cook. But I'll invite them round for dinner, and also invite... Well, I tell you what, I'd invite... I'd have to pay for somebody to cook the meal. First of all, David Bowie, got to be done. Legend, absolute legend. So David Bowie is one. Oh, who's the other one? It would be, do you know, there's so many great singers. You pop yours in the comment section as well. 6 famous singers, that's a lot, dead or alive. Well, David Bowie, I would go for then John Lennon, definitely John Lennon. And I'd go for... I'd have to bring Paul McCartney with him as well. John Lennon and Paul McCartney sat next to each other, because there's so many questions that you could ask them. So that would be that. So, and then also I'd go for... Oh, come on, Frank Sinatra. Let's get Frank Sinatra along there as well. That'd be good. Who else? Come on. Oh, do you know what? I've got... I'd probably invite... I'm trying to think of them quick without just going through it. I've read through these live, so who else would I invite? I'd invite, I tell you what, and this is a strange one, this, but I'd invite Corinne Drury from Swing Out Sister, because I love her music. She still does music. She's still out there. Spoke to her once, and my old business partner that I was in business with, in a partnership with, his mum is best mates with her mum, and I spoke to her, so I'd invite her, and I was supposed to go and see her over in New York when she was playing, but then the ash cloud came. Another one, oh, do you know what, I don't want to waste the last one. Who would it be? I've picked some good ones there. Freddie Mercury, there we go, Freddie Mercury. That was a good question. Put yours in the comment section down below. There you go. If you could invite 6 famous singers to your house, dead or alive, and cook for them, who would you invite? Lynn Rowlands. Hey hon, what's your favourite 80s movie? My favourite 80s movie is Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and my girlfriend Sarah took me to the cinema, an old cinema in Leeds, a picture house, to watch Planes, Trains and Automobiles that they were playing on over Christmas, and we went to watch that on Boxing Day, and that was fantastic. I loved it, and it's her favourite movie as well. So there we go. At what age, Robert Tasker, do you want to do YouTube until? And is there a possibility you could do 2 channels, food reviews, electric car vehicles, etc.? Robert Tasker. I'll answer the latter first. I won't do two channels and split it up. I personally, from a marketing point of view, don't believe it works. I think there's so many people splitting different channels up, doing food, doing this. Marcus Brownlee's done it. He's done a car channel. He's got a tech channel. I don't watch his car channel. I've got enough channels that I'm already subscribed to. I look at it like this. If you watch BBC or ITV or HBO if you're in the States, or ABC if is it in Australia, you might not like every programme that is on that channel. So just watch the ones that you like. If you like electric car videos, watch the electric car videos. If you like where I'm eating a bent sausage or fish and chips, watch that one. Because from a marketing point of view, I don't personally think it works. there are very few channels where it actually works. And a marketing point of view, it's really bad. You can dilute the brand. What age will I do it until? Well, at the end of this year, I'm toning it down a bit because you can't do YouTube videos every single day. I need to see my family, so next year it'll go down to probably 3 a week, 2 or 3 a week maybe. I guess I'll always kind of put videos on there. I love doing my job, so whether I'll do them as on a more regular basis, it'll probably be just less regular, but I think I'll always put videos up there, but maybe just not as regular. Good question, that. Good questions. Edinburgh Honest Guide. Hey, how you doing? So my question, Lee, sorry not holding back. What do you really think of cheap digs and comments from other vloggers? Not naming names, and how has it affected you? It doesn't bother me, to be honest. I'm not really bothered. It's sticks and stones, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, it's a YouTube channel, and it's if they're watching the videos, let them watch the videos. So it doesn't really bother me. How do I deal with it? I don't. It just goes over my head. I'm not bothered. It's like keyboard warriors, etc. You know, they'll say it bothers me. Oh, it really does bother him. It really doesn't, because I'm having the last laugh because they're watching the channel, and that's paying my wages. So there we go. I think, though, there needs to be, just because it doesn't affect me, there are a lot of other people that it does affect. I think I said this to you when I met you in Tenerife. I said, don't let the keyboard warriors get to you. And that was my advice to you, because it can get to some people, and it can have an effect on them. And it depends how thick-skinned you are. And with me, I'm really thick-skinned. I just laugh because I just think they're talking about me. You know, there's a certain forum that I dip into and have a look at for a laugh sometimes. And there's comments and the insults on there are nasty. And I just think, you really must be really sad. If you hate me that much, don't watch me. I just think they can't be right in their head to watch me when they don't like me. So I just get on with it. And if they want to watch, let them watch. There we go. What else have we got here? We've gone over for an hour now, haven't we? Is anybody still watching? If you, I'm going to do Jeff Buys Cars thing here, right? Where you say a certain statement and pop it in the comment section if you are still watching. I went to Apple headquarters and gave Tim Cook a full English breakfast. There you go. I don't know where that come from. I went to Apple headquarters and gave Tim Cook a full English breakfast. Right, if you're still watching. What is your favourite MacMaster insult? This is from Redneck Alex. We've got Whinge Master, Garbage Master, Rubbish Master, MacMaster, and then later, Moronic Master, or should I keep going and come up with more? I think they're all great, to be honest. And I love when people go, look at your hair, it's a Brillo pad, or you look like Beaker from the Muppets. And I think, yeah, but you're commenting in the comment section talking about it, which pushes the video. I love them all, really. If you can't laugh at yourself, then you can't laugh. There's no point, is there? Pukelberger. Pukelberger? I like that, actually. That's a good name. If there's something more about Morag or the possible organisation behind Morag, who do you think it is? And if it is the case, are you worried that the powers that be might start to make your content on here more difficult? I did think there was something behind Morag. I still kind of do. If you don't know who Morag is, she comments on my electric car videos a lot on Twitter as well. Do I think there's something more behind Morag? I still kind of do, but I mean, she spends hours commenting on my videos. Do you think the powers that be will make my content here more difficult? Possibly, although my EV videos get loads of electric car commercials on them, so I don't know. I don't particularly want to make electric car videos constantly and start whinging about them all the time. I want to do world travel, etc. But I do feel quite strongly about electric cars. But anyway, we'll move swiftly on. Will you be meeting up with Jeff Carter anytime this year? We're supposed to be meeting him in Thailand, but he's nipping all over the place at the moment, and I'm going over nearly out. What I'm doing then, somewhere else, and I was going to go and see him. Keep an eye on the channel. Will you still have a base in Mansfield? This is El Parky. When you move your office, as your family and friends are still there? No, I won't have a base here. If I want to stay in Mansfield, I mean, there's a travel lodge. I'll probably stop there, but I wouldn't stop in Mansfield. I'd come back and see Paige or Caitlin or whatever, and they can come and see me. What else have we got here? I'm still wanting to know your... No, I'm still wanting to know, this is Roaming Rob, channel stats, as I'm trying to YouTube too. Like, when did you start proper uploading and how many videos often? And then obviously, how long did it take you to get to 1,000, 10,000, etc.? Let's have a look. Oh wait, got emails coming in. It took about 4 or 5 years for it to get going, really. First videos go viral. It was a Tenerife video. I hit lucky, really. All I can really say is, Roman Rob, just keep at it. You get out what you put in. So just keep at it and don't stop. Just keep going. Skin on chips or normal chunky chips with steak. That's Stephen Newden. Chunky chips with steak, 100%. We've got... if you had to pick, this is Chris Grange, if you had to pick a car from James Bond film, which one would you pick? And why would you pick that one? Come on, that's an easy one, isn't it? It's the Aston Martin. Best place you've travelled to in the Northeast? Best place I've travelled to in the Northeast? That's a difficult one. Northeast, I'd say... I think Whitby's nice. That's in the northeast, isn't it? I like Whitby. My girlfriend likes Whitby, and my family like Whitby. How often do you get this Andy H130965? How often do you get recognised by subscribers, and do you find it an inconvenience if you're out relaxing? I get recognised by subscribers quite a lot now. Do I find it an inconvenience? No, I don't. Because Winston Churchill, was it Winston? No, it wasn't Winston Churchill, who was it? I tell a lie. Alfred Hitchcock, that's it. He was at a table once with his other half, and somebody came up, and I'm not saying I'm Alfred Hitchcock, by the way, the guy was a legend. And somebody came up for an autograph, and his other half said, "How do you put up with that?" And he went, "My dear, those are the people that are paying for your meal. So I never find it an inconvenience at all, because I absolutely adore everyone that watches me, and I'm really appreciative. Appreciative, is that the word? Of them watching me. So it's never an inconvenience. If you see me out and about and I'm relaxing, just come and say hi. So I don't mind. If I'm eating, I'll say hi, or maybe just wait till I finish shoving my mouth full of food and then come over and say hi, which is great. I love to say hi to people, and I find it interesting. In fact, some people I've been out for drinks with, I've gone when I've been in Tenerife and Benidorm, they've come over and said hi, and I've gone drinking with them. What else have we got here? This is, God, we've got to wrap this up soon, haven't we? There's loads of questions here. Do you think you'll ever get rid of your Porsche? Dave the Vicar, hopefully eventually. Would you consider yourself... Edinburgh Honest Guard, would you consider yourself a celebrity or role model? I'm not a celebrity. I'm a guy who runs around with a phone on a stick, and I am good at editing and have an artistic streak. And am I a role model? I'm not a role model. I don't think I'm a role model. However, I did meet somebody. I met a lad in Tenerife outside the Palms Chippy. His mum came up to me and said, "Can he speak to you?" And I said, "Yes." And I remember this. And if he's watching, hi. And he watched all of my videos, every one of them, and said because of my videos, he went to university or college, and he's now learning video editing, and he's passed a lot of qualifications, etc. And he's doing really well in wanting a film career. So if that's a role model, then I'm really honoured, really, about that. So and I remember that, which is good, because without people like Casey Neistat, I would be doing graphic design and corporate videos right now. But I'm certainly not a celebrity. Um, what is the best place you've been, and where would you like to go to the most? That's New York. I've done that one. We've got. I'm going to go through these quickly. Bear with me. Let's get you together with EV Man. Do you know what? I have a lot of time for EV Man, because every time he's commented on my videos or we've spoken, etc., he's always been very respectful. So I have a lot of time for him, and I'm trying to get together with EV Man to do a video where we have something to eat and we chat about electric cars. We won't agree 100%, we will not come to an agreement, but it'll be interesting and respectful. So there we go. If you do like EVs, by the way, head over to EV Man and go and subscribe to his channel. What have we got here? Do you think you will race another EV owner, Morag, or any Tesla? Do you know what? I'd love to meet Morag. She has been a bit abusive towards me, a little bit, or a bit rude. I wouldn't say abusive, but I'd love to meet her and I'd be very respectful back to her. And I'd love to do some kind of. Do you know what? I'd like to do a challenge with EV Man. So there you go. But it's just trying to get the time to do it and our diaries to match. How's your other house going? Christopher Richardson, how is your other house going? Are you going to be moving in with your girlfriend in Leeds? Last time you flew from Leeds. Is that now where you're based? And my house is going well. It'll be done in March, April. I will be at my girlfriend's house in the week with my family, and then we will go to my house out in the countryside. So we've got two houses. I've answered this one before, but I want to keep my house as well, rather than buy one together with Sarah, because I've got two other children, older children, not elderly. Sorry, Paige and Caitlin. And when I pass away, I want to be able to leave them something as well as my other two children as well. So that's why we want to keep our separate houses, and also it's somewhere to go at the weekend. Whew, crikey, I'm going to wrap this up soon. There's so many, and I love reading them as well. Will you come to Northern Ireland and do some videos? That's Carson. Yes, because I want to do an oyster fry. So 100%. How long have you been making YouTube videos for? Dave Piercy, I think about 5 years now. What else have we got here? Bear with me. We've got here, how much money... The Wrexham Reviewer, how much money do you make? How much money do the oil companies give you? Millions. Not, by the way. I wish they could. Did you ever think of quitting YouTube when you were in the early days? No, that's Travel, Planes, Trains and Cruise. No, I didn't really. No, I've never wanted to quit YouTube. I love it. So what else have we got here? What's the best Indian food and Chinese in Blackpool? Oh, blimey. Stephen Donkin. I don't know that one, to be honest. I think your man for that one would Walk on the Wild Side. I'll have to ask him. John TRFC. Benidorm or Tenerife? Tenerife for the summer sun, for winter sun. Benidorm, I kind of like Benidorm now, but Tenerife warmer, and my mates are in Tenerife. Is Paige single? Ooh, I can't answer that one because it's not really for me to answer. And Peter Clark, why the haircut like the Muppets? Because you comment about it in the comment section, which pushes the video. Blur or Oasis? Oasis. Fender or Gibson? Gibson, Les Paul, had one. I also had a Fender Strat. Yes, I can play the guitar, but I haven't done for years. UB40 or Madness? Madness, easy. Can you put a fruit pasta in your mouth without chewing it? Burger George says. No, I don't think I can. How do you feel about Dave Takes It On? He's a cross between Mrs. Doubtfire and Dave Koresh. I don't know who Dave Takes It On is. That's from Paul Horsecroft. I'll have to look out for him. So there you go. I've spilt the beans. I've answered some questions for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Over an hour and no editing, which is unusual for me. I'm going to ask you this question and let me know in the comment section down below before I leave you. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, by the way, please do hit the subscribe button. Would you like to see me do any live videos again? Haven't done any for ages. I'm very nervous. Would you be okay with it, or would you rather me carry on just doing the edited videos? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always a little bit wary about them, but I could do the odd one maybe. But let me know in that comment section. I look really tired. That's because I am. I've been editing today's video, which has just gone out. This one's for tomorrow, which is today. Tomorrow. This is yesterday's, today, tomorrow. You know what I mean. You're watching it today, or you could be watching it next year. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.